He was like, you gonna gain all that weight back. Never in all my years, decades of being under his spiritual leadership has he ever talked about discernment. Ever. Ever. Do y'all hear me? Ever. Never talked about discernment. I don't even think he ever used the word. Why did he never use the word, y'all? Why did he never preach about discernment? Talk about discernment. Teach discernment. Anything. Mention it. Because he didn't want us to have it. But are you teaching discernment? Are you teaching these people how to so-called discern me? No, you're not. So while you're saying that your congregation or people who have listened to me do not have discernment, but at the same time, you're not teaching it. Why are you not teaching it? Because if you actually taught it and people actually use it, then they would see it's you. You're the deceiver. I'm the one who studied my father. I was obsessed with him. I was fascinated with him. I mean, he's my father, for goodness sake. He was just like, who is this? Who is this man? You know? And I would just like watch him and study him. To be honest, y'all, those were like some of his cool characteristics. Like, there was like a lot of coolness about my father too. If you actually did business with him and you came to the church, more than likely you were going to stop coming to the church because you realized he was a shady businessman. Like, he would probably sell you a car, but he'd sell you a lemon. He would sell you something that wouldn't last very long, something that he probably rigged so it could work for a while, and then, you know, it would just go back out, you know? I mean, it was just like, that was his thing. His hustle all growing up, always cars, always some type of like flea market thing, and the church. Those were his hustles. After I left the church, I was like, dang, this man really is trying to compete with me. How are you preaching, teaching about anger, and you're the angriest one in here? You're the one who's always raging out. Like, you're literally like yelling at us in sermons and all kind of carrying on. And I already know from growing up with you that anger is like, that's your thing, right? That's your main characteristic, you know? That's your main emotion. He kept trying to keep us from getting close. So he would always run some type of interference between me and her. But eventually we connected despite him. He's teaching this whole series about anger management, and he's the angriest one. He's the angriest person in this church. And not only that, she was like, and it's kind of making me angry. It's making me angry that the angriest person in here is really trying to teach us about anger. Like, what in the world? He said, well, God has made me to be a counselor. God has made me to be a counselor. Well, my daughter is a counselor. She went to school for it. If you are called or purposed by God to do something, why wouldn't you go to school? Why wouldn't you study? Why wouldn't you perfect that gift and that calling that you claim God gave you? You're the angriest one. It's weird. But y'all know there's so many of them like this.